So I just wanted to let you know that anything we discuss here tonight is going to be kind of general, and these career changes are very personal to the individual. Everyone's going to have a different background, a slightly different reason for wanting to change their career, and we understand that, and that is why you are all more than welcome to make an appointment with me to discuss this a little deeper in depth for your own situation. You can make that appointment on Handshake. If you have a Handshake account, you can find my calendar and availability there, or you can book appointments with me now through Ram Connect. You merely go to Connect on the navigation bar, go down to Advising on the drop down menu, click on Advising, and you'll find my card where you can schedule an appointment. And those are virtual appointments. Always happy to help out. So, some of the reasons you might be contemplating going through a career change are obvious. The most obvious, of course, is layoffs or downsizing, early retirement. But when you go through a career change, you can be thinking about ways to reduce stress. You may want to get into an industry where you know you're going to make a nicer salary. You may be held back in your current position and you want an opportunity for advancement. You may just want a feeling of appreciation. I have to say, one of the reasons I'm here tonight is because I love the feeling of giving back. I practiced law for over 30 years and definitely had a really nice career and still practice in some ways as a consultant and in some litigations. But I get a lot of satisfaction in helping students and alumni find their passion and strive toward making that their daily part of life. Also, there's a lot more flexibility when you have a career change. Um, in some ways, it's a good way to slow down, but also stay acclimated and challenge yourself. It's definitely not an easy road. It comes with personal challenges, but if you're experienced and you're using your network and you're willing to gain the credentials you need to get into the area where you want to work, it can be very satisfying. I'm always talking to people about pursuing your passion. When you pursue your passion, you're going to be much better at what you do, and that passion is going to come through. So, when you find that passion, and this goes for all stages of work, uh, when you find that passion and you're able to harness it and pour that into your work, you're just going to grow and foster and attract other employees and employers to you because it's just the nature of how we operate as individuals and human beings. So try and really think about what your passion is when you're thinking about what you want to do next. Even if you're uh, suffering financially from a layoff, I know it can be really difficult, but if you can just find some time to reflect and focus on what you would like to wake up and do every day, you won't even think of it as a job. And it sounds a little cliche, but it's very, very true. Then think about what ways can you change your career path and what you can do to change your career path. So, a lot of times you want to take the skills you have and keep the same job, but you may just want to do it in an industry where you seek or you feel your skills and interests will be pertinent, but you'll get a lot more satisfaction out of that. So, some examples of that could be moving from insurance or finance into the healthcare industry, where maybe you can do some things that you've done in other industries, but certainly you can help people who are experiencing health problems. You may also consider education. A lot of people go into the travel industry. It's really up to you. Again, it's very personal, but it's gonna make a difference in how quickly you can pivot and um, whether you're enjoying your role when you do make that pivot. There are many things you can do to explore. There's so many great tools out there now, especially with AI. One is a tool that we can offer you free from Fordham because we pay this subscription, and as alumni or students, you're entitled to use our subscription if you sign on through Handshake, and that's ONET. It's an online career exploration tool. You can uh, just browse through hundreds of job descriptions. You can input your personal preferences and characteristics and get a whole profile of things that you may want to do as a career that maybe you haven't even thought of before. One really great thing that we'll be implementing soon, and I'm hoping that happens within the next few months, we're adding a career assessment tool to our RAM Connect portal. So we'll talk about RAM Connect in a little bit, but with all of these tools that we're implementing and adding to the portal, you really want to make sure that you have a profile on RAM Connect. So just make a note for yourself that after this workshop or as soon as you have a little time, make that profile on RAM Connect. You're going to see a lot more career tools and services available there, and it's really going to be valuable and something that we offer to Fordham grads for life. Part of the journey in changing your career is rebranding yourself. When you undergo a personal rebrand, it's not easy, especially if you're established in your role. But it can be fun, it can be something you embrace, and your experience may not clearly align with your new goals, but with a little thought and planning, you can craft a story which demonstrates that your skills are transferable and this is your new brand. This is the role that you were meant to carry out, and it's a natural progression in your life. That really should be your goal, to tell that story quickly, succinctly, and have it make sense to your friends, family, and potential employers. Once you have crafted that story and you're rebranding yourself, your life will become a lot easier when you're applying for roles. It'll make more sense. It's so important to use your network in times like this. You're going to be talking to people, and hopefully, you've developed a great network over your career. This is a career change workshop, so I'm assuming that you had a career that afforded you a good network, a strong network of people, or at least you were able to work with professionals and make a good impression on them. people who can put in a good word for you or alert you to opportunities. But let's not forget, uh, Fordham University is going to be one of your best networks from the moment you walk onto campus and you meet your friends and classmates to the time when you become an alumni and you're out there um, growing professionally. You certainly can rely on the relationships you're making at Fordham and don't give up on it. It's very easy to make new relationships with people from Fordham because you share that alma mater, you share those experiences. You immediately have something in common with another graduate of Fordham. And that's really a big network of people and a professional network of people and a really important network of people. So we'll go back to Ram Connect for a minute. Ram Connect is a great place to connect with alumni and students, people that you may have known and lost touch with, or people that you never knew. But when you are connecting with these people on a secure platform where people know that the messages are real, they can't be spammed. Um, People are on that platform because they really want to be a service to others and they're willing, ready, willing, and able to speak with you. That's when you know that you have that comfort level, and that's what Ram Connect can afford you. So, when you get on Ram Connect, make a profile. And if you have a good LinkedIn profile, you can just download that, upload it to Ram Connect, and that will be your profile. But do your best to fill in all of the profile questions. Make sure that you're taking advantage of every little piece of information that Ram Connect will ask you for, because this will help you connect with other people, like-minded people. We're always improving Ram Connect, and we're doing some really exciting things with Ram Connect with as far as machine learning and AI. We'll be adding experiential learning tools. I talked about our career assessment tool, but the more the machine learns about you, the better matches it's going to make, and it'll actually refer you to other profile on Ram Connect where you'll meet people. I just had a really great gentleman that I've been working with. He connected with someone he worked with 25 years ago. They barely remembered each other, but Ram Connect somehow knew that they had something in common, referred them to each other, and it ended up that they had known each other many years ago. They rekindled that relationship, and it's really working out to be a very powerful and great tool. I urge you to explore it and to continuously come back, because as we add these new tools, hopefully we'll be able to help you in your quest to rebrand, build your network, and develop new skills, all which are going to be super important for your career and your work, your career change. So, some of the things we can do to develop new skills. Um, you want to focus on what you know you're the best at, and certainly your passion. So sometimes we have a passion, but we don't know how we're going to demonstrate that our skills support that passion. So there are a few things you can do. You can volunteer. You can take courses. You can do certification courses. All of the major universities are now um, providing all kinds of certificates and courses in all different areas. And it's really interesting uh, stuff, but it's really great experience for you and enjoyable coursework that you can do at your own pace and or um, do virtually. So, Look into things like that, things that'll help you. If you want to talk to anything to me about any of those things, I can give you some tips on how to figure out if they will work for you, get you to where you want to be. Even some of these free online courses can be very helpful. Now, one important thing, people say, what is that one thing that's going to make me valuable? Well, I don't know that there's one thing that makes you valuable to a potential employer these days. It's very, very competitive. It seems like everybody's offering a unique value proposition. But I will tell you this, if you can get some kind of certification that suggests you would be an employee that would be valuable with implementing artificial intelligence into your role and making it part of the company, that's something that potential employers are going to look at very deeply, very strongly. And I know that that can be a little overwhelming, and I also know that the conventional wisdom is why implement AI in your job? You may be replacing yourself with a computer, but I have to tell you, that's not really what's going to happen. In fact, the companies I'm speaking with, the larger employers, are all saying that the AI implementation process is being done at a rate that makes it so that their employees can now do things that they were never able to do. So it's making it so that everything is much more efficient. They're finding new revenue streams. They're finding new customer service portals, things that they can offer to differentiate the company, and they need people to carry out that mission. Another thing that we're seeing is that I know I've spoken to some people who are in operations or mid-level, or even executives, and they're trying to make a career change, and these AI overhauls are being done at the highest levels. They're being done from the top down. So some companies are actually having large layoffs, and they're hiring junior level people because they know those people will be comfortable with the AI. But the implementation is really coming from the middle and top levels because there are all kinds of issues like corporate governance and financial issues and all of these things that require the top level managers to be involved. So you might think, oh, our IT department will implement all of our AI, but I'm finding that that's not the case. In fact, a lot of people that I'm working with now that are struggling to find work are in IT. Um, we're really finding that mid-level employees that have these AI certifications are becoming much more attractive. So how can you do that? Um, First of all, I wanted to direct your attention to a website called The Forage, TheForage.com. This is a pretty useful tool if you think there's a role that you would want to take, like something in consulting or finance or real estate or something like that. This website will give you a virtual job simulation that will take you through a day in the life of a role in a different career interest, and it'll give you a peek into what you'd actually be doing, but more importantly, what skills your employers would be looking for. It can be very helpful. You don't have to even finish the job simulations, but if you do, you will get a certification, and the certifications are from very large employers, JP Morgan Chase, Citi Corp, um, Boston Consulting Group. So it's worth it to take a look there and just browse through everything, use it as an exploration tool, and see if you can determine what skills you have that match up with what employers would be looking for, and see how that works for your strategy in finding a new career. Also, Microsoft Azure, Azure. If you go to the Microsoft website, please don't pay for an online course or some kind of tutorial. Go directly to the Microsoft website. They have a certification section. You can go to the Azure certification section. All of the study materials are free. It's self-paced, and I believe you just pay a small fee when you want to actually take a test and get the certification. But the nice thing about this is it's going to be the basis for all AI um, that revolves around Microsoft products. So Microsoft Copilot, 365, all of the things you've been accustomed to. If you have a Microsoft Azure certification, that's immediately going to tell an employer a few things. Most importantly, it's going to say you embrace AI, you embrace new technology. But it's also going to tell them if I'm on a Microsoft platform, this person can help me implement and train other employees how to be efficient and use our Microsoft tools to our best capabilities. And then I can also tell you about Trailhead. Trailhead is a Salesforce portal. So it would be trailhead.salesforce.com. And they call the program Trailblazers. This is all free. You can sign up for the Trailhead website, create an account. You can do career growth exercises. You can find a career marketplace, and you can find career paths. And while these are all related to Salesforce, Salesforce is a huge company. They can't find enough people with AI training and AI knowledge. So they're actually offering all of these certifications for free, hoping that people will go to Salesforce consultants or Salesforce customers or even Salesforce. And you can find jobs posted there for cybersecurity, marketing, sales, all kinds of great things. And they're really doing it with the eye on finding great talent. So it's another great place to explore. Oh, there's a question. Where do we find ONET? So if you have a Handshake account, you can go to the tab that says Career Center, uh, click on Career Center, go to Resources, open the Resources tab. There's a search bar, and if you just type the letter O, ONET will come up. And if you click on it through that tab, it'll take you to ONET, and when you use the Fordham link, it may actually give you a code in the link, um, but you'll be able to access ONET under our subscription. Thanks for that question. I'm sorry I didn't answer it sooner, but I did not see it. So just bear with me. I'm going to check here to make sure we're answering all of your questions. And that was the only question so far. Thank you. So I'm going to take some questions now, but feel free to contact me, connect with me on LinkedIn. Uh, I'm on Instagram. You can always email me, but certainly Ram Connect is a place where you can have a secure connection with me, everyone else that may be helpful or supportive to you, and this bar will appear on your alumni homepage, and feel free to always make a appointment with me through there. Let's take some questions now. Um, okay, we have no questions. Oh, okay. So I can't send you the landing page for ONET and the reservation system. ONET, as I just explained, is something you can navigate to on your own. But if you go through Handshake, you can use our subscription. You won't have to pay for it. If you go to ONET on your own, just Google it and you'll go to the system. If you, I'm assuming reservation system means that you want to make an appointment. Again, you need to have a profile on Ram Connect. It's ramconnect.fordham.edu. Create your profile. Once your profile is approved, then you can find the bar that's pictured here on the left side under the Career Center logo. And you can click on schedule now, and that will give you my availability. Next question is, can I suggest a course to help create an effective LinkedIn profile? Um, so yeah, that's a great question. I can certainly help you with that. If you'd like to make an appointment with me, we can look at your LinkedIn and I can give you some ideas. It's very important to I'm sorry, to use keywords and have a fantastic about section. So the best source I can give you for that, which is it's a free source and I really love it. It's a website called JobScan, all one word, JOBSCAN .co. If you go to that site, jobscan.co, and you navigate on the menu, there'll be a LinkedIn drop down, and the LinkedIn drop down has tutorials and examples of how to write great LinkedIn profiles, and it's updated. What I can tell you just while we're here is make sure you have a great professional uh, um, profile picture, have a really good background. Don't use the default background because this is what recruiters are going to see. And your headline should be very descriptive and have keywords in it so that recruiters can find you. I'm talking to recruiters all the time, and they're telling me 50% of their day is spent on LinkedIn searching for potential candidates in certain regions. And um, that's a lot of time with a lot of people searching on LinkedIn. So if you can have a powerful profile with the right keywords, you're really going to do yourself a favor, and you may be asked to apply for roles that you didn't even think about, or that you wouldn't have found without somebody reaching out to you. I hope that helps. And like I said, if you want to make an appointment to talk more about LinkedIn, totally available to do that. Next question is, what is your advice for if you're concerned about switching out of a job too quickly and that reflecting negatively on a resume? Is there a minimum time you recommend trying to stay in a role? That's a great question. It goes back to why you're doing it. What's the story? Um, if the story is you realize that right off the bat you're not cut. out for that role. It's not what you thought it would be. Um, you want to avoid sending the message that you didn't give it a chance or you weren't prepared. You never want to do anything that negatively reflects upon you and the skills that employers are looking for. So they want people that are going to knuckle down, be reliable, and your concerns are accurate. However, if the story is that you there's no room for advancement, or it's something happened where it's just not the right place for you, nobody's ever going to question you on that. Just make sure that you craft the correct story. And oh, by the way, in today's job market, it's probably going to take you quite some time to um, come up with a strategy, effectively pivot out of the role, and find a new job. So, give yourself 6 months there on top of the amount of time that you've been working. So, anything over a year or two, for that matter, is not a problem for the most part. Now, like I said, everything is personal to you, and maybe something you want to talk through, but in general, that's how it's going to work. And if you have the right story, it should be fine. The next question is, are the free MIT AI courses something worthwhile? I have only heard about them, but not sure if you have at all. Yeah, so MIT does a variety of courses. Some of them are um, free, and some of them are actually quite robust and span over the course of months, if not a year. Um, the free ones I haven't done. I have done a couple of courses that I do pay tuition for. So I've done them, one at MIT, one at UPenn. And I have to say that from my standpoint, the quality of the examples and the shared experiences that you can get in those courses are top notch. Um, there's work involved for sure. We had homework assignments, lectures, workshops, um, but you really walk away from some of these courses understanding that, AI is going to play a huge role that we never could have imagined. And some of the projects that you work on are incredible. So, when they say AI, they mean machine learning and they mean a lot of different things. So you really need to get down in the weeds to become well versed in it. And I'm not sure that the free courses go that far. I think you also have to make a determination about what AI means and what generative AI means and what you're training for. If you're training on how to use Chat GPT to make your day go faster, that's okay and that's important. That's a skill you can bring to an employer, but that's not really the skill that's going to make you an extra valuable employee. The skills that are going to make you a valuable employee are understanding how you can collect data, process it at a very high speed, and conduct transactions and make decisions uh, while still keeping the core values of the company at heart. So what that might look like is how can we um, market to people that we know love our product, will buy our product, and how can we convince them to buy more of our product? That's really where machine learning and AI is going to be um, moving to quickly and in the future. And if you have that type of skill set and background, and you can go into a, a interview and say, if we used AI, we could target more people, we could hit them directly, we could show them things that they may have overlooked, and hopefully increase our sales or get them through the process quicker. That's where you're really going to become valuable to an employer, and um, they're going to ask you to help implement it. So those skills, coupled with your ability to discuss ethics and governance and the things that will allow you to use these AI tools, but still maintain an air of professionalism and not be deemed as over intrusive. Those are the things you want to focus on. If that makes sense, I hope it does. So, any more questions? Okay, well, not seeing any more questions. I'm happy to. Uh, so, Douglas, thanks for that question. I wanted to mention this is being recorded. So, our Career Center YouTube channel will have a copy of this workshop. And I believe you and I have an appointment scheduled, Douglas. I think you made an appointment with me on Ram Connect. So when we speak, I'll be happy to send you a copy of the deck. Thank you, and I look forward to talking to you soon. It's been such a pleasure, and I hope that everybody got something out of this quick run through. I hope I've given you a place to start building your own strategy, and I'm always available to answer questions or help you kick things off. And I wish you all the best in your career change goals. And thanks for coming to the workshop tonight. I am just going to check and make sure. I think there's one more question. So before we sign off, let's see if there is. Yes, there is. Okay, this question's about Handshake, and I appreciate that you wanted to set up a Handshake account. We're happy to do that for you. Just keep in mind it's spring break, so a lot of our student workers are out, and it might take a week or so to set that up. But uh, going on Ram Connect is a quicker way to get in touch with me. So while you're waiting for the Handshake account, if you'd like to create a Ram Connect profile, we can start talking sooner. Uh, one more question. Do you have sessions that you can create a new resume changing from one industry to another? So again, that's a pretty personal um, activity, but I am happy to coach you through that and sort of help you build your resume so that it resonates with the industries that you'll be applying to. Okay, so again, we are at the end here. I am reluctant to say goodbye again because every time I say goodbye, somebody asks a question. So we'll sit for one more minute. Okay, I think we've got it this time. And look, if you need to shoot me an email or ask me a question, that's why I give you all of this information at the end. Feel free to explore, connect with me on LinkedIn, and we'll do our best to get you the information you need or book an appointment so we can talk about your unique issues and how you want to address them. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great evening, and thanks for coming to the workshop.